You catch a lick, you do your time, you don't testify. You keep your face card good and you know clean.
What's up, y'all?
Never trust a word of a dope thing. Keep it strapped at all time, run them numbers up.
Girl is back
If that ain't what you
live.
want, you wanna hug. Nigga, we broadcast live from right here.
Broadcast live. Broadcasting live.
live.
We back with another episode of the Kira Diva Show, you guys. Look at y'all. Y'all already tuned in. I'm so excited. I'm happy a little bit now because I see more people joining. What's up? We got a special, dope interview coming in a couple minutes from producer Bigg, and I'm playing all his tracks, okay? That he just right now is from T.I. Broadcast live, produced by my boy Bigg. You hear it? Y'all didn't even know this. Y'all didn't even know he did this. His beat, okay? What's up? Everybody want to join the live. You can't join right now. Live with me. If you want to go live with me, there's a there's a process. But again, I'm happy. Look, you guys, he's joining us very soon, you know? And we're going to talk. We're going to talk everything him. From his music to his businesses to his relationships with the people he's worked with in the industry and, you know, things like that. And that's what it is. This is the Kira Diva Show where we promote dreams that turn into reality. And nowadays, everybody should be having a dream. Because at this point in time, if you don't got a dream that you're aiming for, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? But again, broadcast live. It's from T.I. Okay? But Bigg produced that. Alright, I'm going to get to another song because y'all don't even know that Bigg, he had some crack, okay? He had some crack. He did a song with Fetty Wap, okay? Fetty Wap, it was called Couple Bands. I think he produced this song. He didn't do the song with him. He just produced it. And I like this song. And I want you guys to hear it before he actually joins this live. Okay? So I want y'all to understand who we about to talk to. Bigg, okay? Bigg out here doing big things, okay? Hold on.
I didn't have an address.
This song is called Couple Bands. He'll be joining me soon. But until he joins, I'm going to be playing some of the crack that he produced. And I'm glad you guys are watching, okay? Because you get to be the first listener. If you didn't know who he is, today you're going to find out. Because I'm showing you his work that he's done, okay? I have one. Oh, here's another one. This is from Ice Cube. It's called, I think it's called Arrest. I'm just showing y'all some of his work. My outfit's on point. Thank you. You know, I'm thinking that, it's a little cleavage show. I'm trying to cover it up because I don't want people to, this is business. But this is all I can find today, But yeah, I'm lit because I had a busy week this week, but I'm even more happy because I get to talk to Bigg. And as soon as he joins us, let me send it to him because, now he's late. Let me send it to him. Okay? But yeah, like, Bigg out here,
No, I'm a seminal. Yeah, I was free once.
Anybody want to work with him, you should do so. Okay? Let me hear another song from him. Oh, this song is from Ice Cube featuring Common. Okay? And it's produced by Bigg. Bigg is dope. I'm sorry, Bigg is dope. Bigg is dope, and anything that he got going on, I'm supporting it. You know why? Because he's dope, and I like anybody that's out here doing what they got to do. Period. And he making a statement moves out here. And look at this beat, okay? It's the beat for me. Okay, I see Bigg join. Y'all want to hear this?
Come with it.
The only race on the planet is the human one.
Okay.
We used to fight and fuss. We used to yell and cuss. We used to cock and bust. Now look at us. We done.
What's happening?
I'm so excited.
Hold on.
Special.
Yeah. I love that record right there by
Yeah, that's my song. That's my
Lil
song.
Baby.
Huh?
I love that record by Lil Baby and Rod Wave.
Why? Because like it speaks to you. It speaks volumes to you.
It's talk about growth. Talk about growth from rags to riches. What's
Absolutely.
up, Queen? How
Now,
you be?
I want to get to you about that. Queen is an understatement. I'm a goddess. But, no, now,
Okay.
there's a goddess out here. You talk to a goddess. Now, but speaking of God, you put God first in your life. Are you
Yes,
a spiritual person or are you religious? 'Cause that's important nowadays, you know?
listen, let me get this phone straight, man. I should have. I
Listen,
think I'm gonna fire her because she supposed to have this done for me already. Hold on. Can you see me? Let me step back a little bit. Okay. You cannot accomplish nothing in life without God first. And people when people realize that, I think they'll work a little bit harder to see how God has blessed them with what they have.
yeah, you gotta go to. What you say? I didn't hear your last.
It's always God first, no matter what.
No matter what. So when did you start believing in God? You know, because most people who are actually in the industry, they don't really, speak about that. But when did you start putting God first?
That's sad to hear because my mom raised us in a Christian background. Me and my brothers, we all got different fathers, and she raised us on her own. And when we were younger, she browbeat us with that Bible. We had devotion in the morning and had devotion in so before we went to school, we prayed and had devotion, and then when we before we went to bed, we did the same. So that's something that that was instilled in me.
Okay. Okay. So you grew up on this. This is what you grew up on. This is good. Okay. So what made you want to even go to this industry? Because you got your hand in a lot of things, but you started off as a producer.
Yeah, I started in high school. I had a love for entertainment and music just when I was graduating high school, going into college. I was also working a job. I was working two jobs, and then I dibbled and dabbled in the streets as well. And
There
then
we
I
go.
played professional basketball, for high school and for college. And I just felt like this was something that um, once I adapted to it and seen something that I liked, and I pursued a little bit more. I left playing ball. I left my job, and I wanted to learn more about the entertainment business and being a producer, a songwriter, having a production company, being a manager.
Right.
So when my daughter was born, that was back in '99. Telling my age right now.
I wrote that. We old. We grown.
So it's a blessing because my mom instilled so much in me that I really appreciate her because without her, I'm doing none of this. I wouldn't have had the relationship I have with God, and
Right.
just wanting to know more about the business and growing in that, I developed something that a lot of guys don't really develop at an early age. I think I was like maybe 19. Is drive and passion. When you're young, you're trying to spend money. You're trying to live it up. I was trying to save money and see how far I can get in this business.
You got far enough. You're still moving. You're still out here working. I
22,
definitely. Yeah.
20 years later, yes, ma'am.
What you got? You said 20 years. 20 years later.
22 years.
23. That's an accomplishment. I saw one of your posts you said about music producers that have stepped their game up. What did you mean by that?
Uh,
Because I know you've been watching people. I see, you watch a lot of people in their stages. So I'm saying, is it their networking skills or their talent? What is it that they got to step up?
I mean, it's really production.
Oh,
And a lot of producers is cocky. You know what I'm saying? And they haven't got to a place where they should be cocky. So that alone, you got to step up your production because everybody make beats the same. A lot of these younger producers, they make beats on a laptop, on a computer. I'm old school. I use an MPC, a Triton, but it's nothing, wrong with using any of the platforms that's on a computer. It's just everybody beats sound the same now. They don't put nothing into it. I know guys that make a beat in 5 minutes, from my laptop. And I'm like, damn, okay. So, I mean, in my era, we used MPC, we even beat on the table,
mm-hmm.
live instrumentation. Something that I grew up on as well was watching other people play live instruments. So when I got, into the business, I started my management company and I started managing artists and producers.
Okay.
I watched them, and that's how I learned, because I didn't know how to play no instruments. I ain't even gonna lie. I had to watch people learn. I pick up on things by watching, so.
And that's the best thing you said, because you got to watch others to actually learn. You can't go out and know everything. And I think as the 20 years in the game, you're still watching people and you're still learning. And
True.
that's what you got to understand when they are actually trying to get in this game. And you got to have tough skin. Have you ever felt like anyone who said, "No, we're good on you"? Have you ever felt like you can't succeed after that in the beginning? Yeah, we're good on him. Did you get discouraged?
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people was intimidated.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people was intimidated by me, and I don't know why, because I don't do nothing to nobody. Like, I help everybody out I can. God put people in my path for a reason. I'm here on this earth for a reason. I got a purpose, and I'm walking in my purpose. And if you don't know your purpose, I'm gonna help you find it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's people out here that got talent, but they haven't tapped into their inner talent. Meaning they may be multiple, talented with different things. So if I see that in a person, I like to bring it out. I just feel that, with me, it's different. And growing up and seeing so much stuff I did in the music industry and in the streets, and living, a Christian background, I think it instilled a lot in me to grow as a man and mature as a man in this business.
Absolutely. And the artists that you manage, do you actually coach them on knowledge of self and things of that nature before they actually, join your team and you start working with them and let them be who they are?
I started back managing artists. I started off managing them, but I took a break because I was in. Everybody wanted me to be their manager, and I'm like, I can't.
You can't be everybody, right? You can't.
You got to you got to get the ones that's hot, that really want to be in this business, that want to know the business, because for one, it's 90% business and 10% talent and music, and that's what a lot of artists understand. If you don't know your business and you come in this game thinking you that deal, then no, it ain't gonna work like that. So
that work ethic, and you got to be humble out here. I see you humble yourself, but you're very stylish. You design your own clothes. Do you do it on your own?
No, I partner with people. Like I said,
okay. You're honest, because listen, man, you got it down pat.
Listen, people be lying. Like, I own this, I own that. I'm like, you own it. Okay, let me go back and see what you own and what you. Here's the thing today.
Okay.
I don't look for new friends. I look for business partners.
Okay.
And understand more of that today. Don't try to befriend nobody just because they in a whole nother bracket that that's their lane. That may not be for you. God may not have that for you. He might have something else for you, and you may have to wait to get to that level or that lane. So I don't look for new friends. I look for business partners to see how we can grow together and progress together in life.
So let's talk about this music production company that you actually have. Now, before we get into that, though, you worked with lots of artists. You worked with different artists in the industry. How was it working with Fetty Wap in that song "Couple Bands"? Because that beat is really dope. So how was it working with him?
Shout out to my producer, because I remember I said I do manage artists, so I got a production. My producer, Saj. Fetty came to Detroit to do a session with Dej Loaf. And it wasn't even meant for us to be in the studio. It just happened. Days ended up not coming. So Saj was in the studio mixing one of her records. This was like her main engineer at the time. He mixed Try Me, her first single.
Mm-hmm.
Fetty came in, Days didn't show up, so we kind of got in the studio with Fetty like that and ended up doing from scratch the beat and a right hook for him, and we came up with a couple bands. So that's how that happens. Sometimes it takes you to be in the studio with the artist, to actually come up with a hit. So I don't think it was by chance. I think it was meant to happen. Once Fetty dropped it, he was like, man, this shit hot. I want it for the album. So ended up getting on the album. It was supposed to be a single, his fourth single. But his camp, they wanted us to sign to what is it, RGF Island. And we wasn't feeling, signing to nobody. So it still ended up on the album. It did good. It's track 15 on there. He recorded 2 other songs as well, but a couple bands is on there. It went double platinum, so we got 2 plaques for that.
Look at you. You saying something like nothing. That's an accomplishment. But is that what it is?
I mean, like I said, it's not all me. You know, I have a team too. I don't take credit for nothing. And I like to tell this to people when I do my interviews with people like Yvonne. How did you get in the studio with such and such? I'm like, well, I set that up and I put myself and my producer or my songwriter in the studio with us. See, a lot of people don't say that. And they'll put credit on there and say, I produced that. I'm like, you sure you produced all of that? And nobody like that it. But yes, in this business, you do have songwriters assigned to you. You do have producers assigned to, and I give everybody credit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. So shout out to Big Size because we did the Fetty Wap record along with a multitude of others. And I've been working with this brother like almost 10 years, I think 8 or 9 years. So if I wasn't doing my job, he could have went somewhere else. You know?
Right. It's great that you mentioned these people's names. That you are who you say you are. And this guy is a part of your production company as well. Like, so he works.
Yes. Haji is, a guy from, he's from the islands, of course. I think a lot of producers and artists is from the islands is multi-talented, meaning they can produce, write, rap, sing, mix, master. So he's one of those producers that can do it all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed, to be a part of his life and he be a part of mine, and we make all this music together. You know what I'm saying? Because people they can't do it by themselves. You got to have a team. There's no teamwork makes the dream work. Everybody say that, but like when it come down to it, are you really making it happen as a team?
Right, because sometimes you can't you got to step back. Everybody want to be the man. They want to shine, but sometimes you got it's a team effort out here.
Yeah, I think I went through that stage already in my life. Where I just wanted to be the bad guy, pretty much. Everybody used to call me Suge Knight. That's not my character. I'm 6 and I'm about 280, so I'm like I'm a big guy, but like
you're naturally intimidating.
I don't want to be labeled, And shout out to Suge and everything, and whole Death Row, but that's not my character. And and when a lot of people approach me, they think that's me because because of my height and my weight. But nah, I'm a God fearing man. I'm a generous brother. I like to help people.
Yep.
So
let's talk about this song, "Slow Grind" with Jeezy. I ain't never heard this song, so I want to know. You got some beats. I heard
it's hard.
that song before. Maybe it's just me. But how did that come about? "Slow Grind" with Jeezy.
I'm not.
I can't hear.
Be 1, 2, 3, 4. About
I can't hear. What'd you say?
that we records with Jeezy, and I sent you that one because that's like my favorite record that we produced on him.
Okay.
We gave Jeezy that beat when he was in a show. He did a show in Cincinnati. My other producer, Kill Will, we met him on a tour bus, and he had already dropped to it, so we didn't even know. But when we got off the bus, he had shot a video to it, and that's all we knew. So just people artists directly, like that's why I say when you meet artists direct, it's a better result because we didn't know that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got a video to it as soon as we got off the bus and put it out. Next thing you know, we see it on World Star. I'm like, okay, cool. So I've been knowing Jeezy for a minute, and like it goes back probably by 10 years. Over the course of years, having those tracks on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a relationship, that's why I say it's better to have relationships.
It definitely is, and some people get stuck when they see certain artists, and they get nervous. They don't know what to say in front of them. But if you about your work ethic and your grind, you gonna make it happen wherever you at. And I see that's what you have done already.
Listen, God is good, man, because it's a lot of situations that I find myself, getting into, and I know it's not just me. I know it's supposed to happen. And plus, I speak a lot of things into existence. You know what I'm saying? When you want something in life, you speak it into existence no matter what it is. And God going to see for that door to open up. You know what I'm saying? So you can receive it.
You got a good handle. I see you're very wise. So you do motivational speaking to people? So you try to uplift them? Or do you, how does that go about?
Yeah, I'm about to be doing a lot of that. Top of the year, I'm going to get back on my grind because I was doing that year before last, and I went viral a couple times with some of my
Video? Okay.
I was nowhere near 55,000 followers, about a year, 2 years ago. When I, started doing motivational posts, on my page and on my Facebook, I went viral. And I'm like, you know what? This is something I really like doing, because from there, you know, they have booked me to come speak at schools, speaking on panels, you know, with other A&Rs. So I think that's, you know, one of the niches that I got too, is motivational speaking. And I think words of wisdom everybody want to hear, especially in the time we am now with COVID.
So you believe in this COVID? You believe it's real? You got your mask? I think we're in a spiritual warfare right now, but
You know, you want to start that up? You want to start that conversation up, because I can get into it. The Bible, right?
Do it. What you think? What you think? Let me know.
Let me just, in a nutshell, let me just run through that real quick. Yes.
Enlighten the people.
Yes, we are in the last days. I represent my city, Detroit, so I wear Detroit hats everywhere. We are in the last days, and people got to understand, everybody say the Bible was not real, was nailed to the cross. But if you read the Bible right now,
All the answers in there.
what's going on in the world, the Bible is speaking of it right now. So when my mom taught us 25 years ago, certain scriptures, those scriptures was instilled in me to this day, to where when she was telling us about 2020, and remember when Y2K started, when we had the blackout, everybody thought the world was going to end back in 2000. But no one knows when the world going to end. Yes, this is not a plague, because we ain't even seen the 7 last plagues, and I'm going to just tell you that now. That's a whole nother conversation right there. This is something where God is giving people a chance to reset life, get their mind in order, have faith in Him, and start praying more, because this is just something that's going to be in the future that may get worse. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people think that COVID's not real. I know 8 people that have died from it. And when I was filming 4 months ago, 3 people that was on set with me that caught COVID. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they caught it and got rid of it. And I'm like, man, I was just filming with these people, and they had posted up, there was videos in the hospital and everything. I'm like, man, I'm gonna pray for this person right now. I'm not gonna say no names, but it just goes to show you that close to a person, and then 2 months later they end up getting COVID after they joked about it. You know, so you cannot be going around people that's sick. You can't go around big crowds.
True.
You know, I'm in and out. Now I'm in there 20, 30 minutes. I'm out. So I make appearance and
okay. They say you're
wearing a mask down in Atlanta on top of that. So everywhere in Atlanta, like it's so much stuff to go on here in Atlanta every day. Here's the thing about, like, where are you from, New York?
I'm from New York, yes. I'm from Jersey, but I be in New York.
I know New York to New York gets down too, but the party scene and the club scene is a little bit different, but y'all do party. I think y'all close at what, 2 or 3 o'clock?
Yeah. But right
now, we don't close at 6. You know, it be ongoing. Yeah.
I gotta go down there then. 6? I can't.
No one wears a mask. No one is wearing a mask.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Mask in the club? Of course not.
You will see like maybe 4 or 5 or 6 people in the club be having like 500-600 people in it, and you see about 7-8 people with masks on. I mean, and I'm like, damn. So how Atlanta's numbers are lower than other cities, and ain't nobody down there wearing no masks? That's what I don't understand. So I'm like, you know, God is protecting people, you know, whether they know it or not, because all you have to do, for one, is keep your immunity up. And it's 2 things that I can give people now to keep it going. Ginger is one of them.
Ginger every morning.
Drinking raw ginger tea is one of them, where you grind the ginger up and you boil it and steep it and then drink raw ginger. Vitamin C is another one.
And then,
there you go. Then you don't want to stay in the house, but you want to get sunlight. Vitamin D. Vitamin D comes from the sun. So, and then you exercise. That's it.
Simple.
But you're not doing that. Of course, if you eating and drinking and smoking every day and eating bad food, and you wind up getting a cold, it can turn into that, because you was around somebody sick and they didn't know they were sick. You know, so we just got to
be careful. In these last days, well, not saying the last day is this year, but we're in the last days of the Bible, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And people need to understand, wise enough. You definitely need to get some motivational speaking. I see it. That's you. That's more of you than, I don't know. I will listen. No, just acting.
Appreciate that.
do everything. When do you sleep?
Listen, here's the thing about that too. Like, I haven't slept 8 hours in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting there. I'm getting 6, 7 in some days, but before it was like 3, 4 hours, and I'm back at it. Like, up all day working, moving around, traveling in the studio. Before COVID hit, it was really heavy. And you can tell on somebody's social media if you look at
Right.
how hard they be going, because they post stuff every day. They doing something every day. But when COVID hit, ain't nobody really posting nothing, because you can't really go to places and do the things you used to 8 months ago. So I kind of slowed down and I let the work come to me. That's one thing. Like, don't chase the bag. Don't chase the money. Let it come to you. God will provide.
Yes.
If you pray every day, so you ain't got to chase a bag every single day, waking up, wondering how you going to get your money. If you got faith in God, He going to bring it to you. He's going to find somebody to bring you that bag, and you ain't going to have to chase. So I've learned not to chase the money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people still do that.
That's so true. The money that chasing it, you can find the money that you don't need.
True.
Money that's not good for you, should I say?
True.
So find somewhere else. Now let's talk about this. So, women decide to call your production company "We Got Hits" record. We got hits. That's it.
We got hit. Because I was in the studio one day and I was making a beat, and I'm listening to certain sounds, and I was trying to find a particular sound. I'm like, and it was a drum that I was looking for and a hi-hat, and I wanted it to hit. This is before, I even came up, and I said, you know what? I'm going to start my production company, and I'm going to call it We Got Hits, because I wanted everything that we put out to be a hit. And so far, it's been that, you know what I'm saying? So I've been blessed to get me, this will be my 8th plaque. I got 3 more coming, so I have a total of 10 plaques, platinum plaques, with artists on. I've been working with the legend Ice Cube since '06. That's a blessing in itself, because when I was younger, I used to say all the time I want to work with Ice Cube, and then everybody say we resemble. I don't see how I'm waiting on Ice Cube though. So I don't. Is it a beard? I don't know.
It's the grown man look. I guess you got that knowledge. I don't know of self. I guess look.
But that's something that, like all the legends, I used to tell myself I want to work with Snoop. I want to work with Russell Simmons. I want to work with Scarface. I want to work with Ice Cube. I want to work with LL Cool J. And by God's grace, I've worked with all of them. Like, the more you speak things into existence that you want to accomplish in your life, it will come. And a lot of people have a problem because they don't come like this. Sometimes it's not supposed to come right away. Like God said, God don't come right away. He steps in right on time. And people got to understand that it's like that with anything that you do in life, anything you're trying to accomplish. Prayer, faith, determination, consistency, and persistency. You got to practice those things if you want things to turn out right in your life.
Simple. That is actually true. You got to practice these things. And for all that you have done thus far, who are you doing this for? What is the motivation behind this? Like, is it for your family? Is it for yourself? Like, what is this for? What are you doing all this for?
If I wasn't doing this, I don't know if I'd still be playing ball, but I figured it out, a couple years ago. I know I got a calling. Everybody tells me I have a calling. And I think God is building my platform so I can use it, because ultimately I may be a minister in the future. And I think one of the goals that I'm going to reach, you know what I'm saying? So I'm building my platform because of that. I'm doing it because I love it. If you're not waking up doing what you love, then that's a problem. Waking up going to a job that you hate, then your day ain't going to be great.
Exactly.
But you always got to wake up and do what you love and accomplish the things you want in life.
And you'll be going in circles if you don't.
Oh, yeah. Driving yourself crazy.
I like these glasses you got on. You're very stylish. You got your hat. So you're from Detroit, but you're in Atlanta right now. What made you want to go to Atlanta? Is that where the money at? That's where everybody be going right now.
Money, yeah, listen, the money is in Atlanta, of course. The glasses is Cartier. It's a Detroit thing. Like, we started Cartier. Like, we rock the glasses, the minks, the furs, the gator shoes. That's a Midwest, Detroit, Chicago. But that's something, I guess now you see more Atlanta and everybody wearing Cartiers, because it's the buffs that they wear now with the horns and then the woods. So you that down there. Like these are some simple, wires. They just came out Cartier. So that's one of the that's a Detroit things. So appreciate it.
Who do you admire? Who do you look up to?
God.
Besides
And you mean as far as artists?
anyone. Who like a motivational speaker, it could be anyone, a pastor, it could be a friend, it could be an artist.
Man, that's a long list of people, and we'll be sitting there for days. But I mean, like God.
I didn't heard that one before.
What's that?
A long list of people that you admire? Wow.
Everybody that was before me, from slavery days up to now, like I look up to a lot of people that open up the doors to be where I'm at now. You got to think about that. Well, before a lot of before hip hop or the urban culture started, we went through slavery. You know what I'm saying? And when nobody rapping or doing music back then, so you got people who opened up the doors for our culture. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we don't look at that. So I always say God first. God put people on this earth for a reason. We're supposed to love each other. We're supposed to help each other, and we're supposed to grow together. So like I said, it'd be a list for me because I do have a list, and it's probably about 50 people on that list I look up to. Right now, though, people that I work with, artists that's in this business, Ice Cube for one. I look up to Cube because I've been working with him for a minute. Kevin Gates is another one. Scarface, Russell Simmons, Farrakhan.
Definitely Farrakhan.
It's like I said, the list will go on and on and go on. And then there's people that I haven't worked with yet too. That's another thing.
Who?
I want to work with Rihanna.
Yeah.
I haven't got a chance to work with Drake yet.
You think she's working right now? I think she'd be in shells at the moment. Rihanna.
All these artists working just because we don't see it. Oh, they're cooking up because you got to think they're at a level in their career right now where they've made their money. They're doing it just for the fans now. You can't think about it. Ain't nobody touring right now. It's some cities that's open where they doing these shows, but ain't nobody doing no major tours right now. So a lot of artists losing money. But if you got hit records, you can live off a hit record for years. Here's another key. I'm gonna drop another jewel for people. Publishing is something that you can live off for years. A lot of people don't know about publishing, or should I say artists don't know about getting a company, registering your music, your songs, your beats, because if you get a hit record on somebody and they go diamond, you can live off that for years and your family. So that's one of the biggest keys in music is establishing the business end, getting your publishing company situated to where if you do produce or write or hit record for somebody, you eating off that for the rest of your life. Like my
artists are lazy. They don't want to go through the footwork. They want to have somebody do it for them. And will you provide those services for these artists if they are serious?
Oh yeah, shoot. If I gave them game and told them, listen, go out and get your company registered, get your song registered, get a publisher, and they don't do it. And if I had to tell you that twice,
they're like, how do you do it, bro?
I'm gonna go do it for you, and then I'm gonna pay you because I've asked you numerous times to do it because you can go spend money. The average artist today, they spend about $3,000 in clothes, $800 on the belt, right? The shoes is $1,500. Listen, we are already at that's already what $2,500. The car, these is $2,500, and then what a Gucci shirt and some Gucci pants. So you walking around with $5,000 on you, and I'm like, are you that ignorant not to invest $5,000? Get more into this. Let me educate. My
deal. They want the record deal from the label, and the label gonna do all that. They want to put in the work. That's what I realize.
And also, if you walking around with $5,000, I'm gonna tell you what you get with $5,000. I own 18 vending machines and 3 ATMs, and I got them spread out from Detroit all the way through Atlanta. When I first started that, people was laughing at me. You ain't gonna make no money off no vending machine. I'm like, yeah, right. Because if you go buy put in the machine, it only costs $30 to fill it up. Not even that. You can go to Sam's Club and Costco's to fill it up. You know what I'm saying? And you make anywhere from $200 to $400 on your machine. So if you got multiple machines, you're bringing in a couple racks from off of the ATMs. Let me go to that. You get your own ATM. An ATM costs anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000. An ATM. You got to have a minimum of 5,000 to 7,000 or 10,000 in your ATM for it to sweep money. Now, since it's your ATM, guess what you can charge? Whatever you want, right? So it can be $4, $3.50, even $5. It could be $20. Now, so now you're making money from off every time somebody gets money out your ATM.
Smart business move.
So that's what you can do with $5,000. Or another thing, like it's the list goes on. Like people
Right.
don't. Airbnb game. I got 2 Airbnbs, and one of them I don't own. Other one I do. Plus, I own 2 houses. Real estate is the key thing in this business when you're an artist as well. When you get your first big check, go buy you some houses. Go buy you some land. Because when you own the house, you can put a tenant up in there and charge whatever you want, and that's a check to come into your account every month.
During this pandemic, or you get your rent money. That's the thing.
They're paying your rent or your mortgage because you own that house, right? So only thing you're owning is taxes on the house and the land. So if I bought a house for $100K and I charge $1,800 a month, that's $1,800 coming to my account every month. You know what I'm saying? So you got multiple houses like that. This is how you become a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? You buy multiple things to where your money is coming in naturally every month, every day. When you want to wake up and it's at least 3,000 or 4,000 in your account every day. People don't do that. They show off their money.
Yeah.
Throwing up 50, 10, 20, 30, $40,000 on Instagram. What is Instagram? Is Instagram cutting y'all a check?
Right. Or throwing it in a strip club. Well,
what Instagram doing is allowing the feds and the police to be on your ass for throwing that money up like that. That's so I educate my brothers when I see them do, because this is all stuff I used to do. When I got educated and my third eye was open, then I began to see how God could open up doors for me to invest in, who I'm a partner with. You know what I'm saying? How I'm going to make my money and how I don't have to wake up thinking how I'm going to get the next dollar.
Mm-hmm. So many of our people, they're going through that right now, but they got to actually use their mind more and to think outside the box. Most people,
True.
Thank God. I think giving God all the glory in the world is key. But, that's neither here nor there for some people.
That's sad because,
game.
come from monkeys. We didn't come from aliens, so you got to give credit to somebody who made you. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like in this day and age, you gotta have faith. You gotta pray.
Definitely.
Determination. You gotta be.
Hey, he's giving y'all the game.
So and a lot of people have that.
What you say? I didn't hear you.
A lot of people don't have that drive to have any of those, capabilities. They just wake up like a zombie. Like if you don't know your purpose in life, that's sad. And if you over 20 and don't know your purpose, I can understand you going into adulthood, you know what I'm saying, in your 20s and your early 20s, but you still got to have a purpose in life. You can't walk around like a zombie.
Right. Yeah. But I think it stems from, the generations that, before them, people who grow up, in a broken homes or,
Sure.
these who are, not supportive, they get discouraged and they turn to drugs and don't know where to go. We need mental health clinics. I keep saying that, but not the ones that, they're structured from the side. We need our own people counseling our own people and really genuinely wanting them to get better and teaching them what you're doing. Let's talk about your podcast.
Yeah, so I got my podcast together. I'm gonna launch it in February.
Okay.
It's Bigg Von Said It. So
Bigg Von Setting?
No, Bigg Von Said it. So it's a little slogan I got that I hashtag after I put or post anything on my social media. I think because, if I'm going to be a motivational speaker, I want my quotes and everything to have my tag on it, so people can, they'll know where it's coming from. I mean, I want people to know how God has instilled in me, to give people knowledge, to give people motivation, so that's coming in February. I'm working on my comedy movie. Got a comedy movie, and I'm going to give you a little taste, man. People probably going to take this and hit the blogs with it, so I don't want to say too many names because, who just tapped? Oh, yeah, okay. I see y'all tapping. What up, What up? What up? What up? I got a comedy movie that I'm working that's coming out next year. I'm also working on a comedy show with Instagram comedian Jet Wavy. This is the guy who has to be in the blue Power Ranger suit to be dancing.
Okay.
Kinda. You know,
Okay. So
he's kind of, yeah. Me and him got a comedy show coming out. We got a lot of big people on this show. We shot one season already. We're getting ready to shoot the next season next month. We're getting ready to start on season 2. So season 1 is already in the can. We're starting on season 2. Comedy movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start on that next year as well. Podcast February. Another thing I'm working on that I want to get done before the new year, and I'm happy about this because all this is out of my mind and I'm able to fund things out of my own pocket without going to somebody. But the key to this business again is spending somebody else's money. That's another thing.
you absolutely right. Spend somebody else's money.
That's another key right there that people don't know. But I'm doing, and you're gonna like this too, and I might want you to be a part of this. You might have to come out here, or I might have to come to I'm a short segment series on toxic relationships.
Oh.
Be 10 topics, and it's going to be about everything that you would go through in a toxic relationship, and people act it out, of course. I'm working now. I'm going to have that shot by January 15th, all 10 episodes. And it's only going to be like 20, 30-minute episodes. And I'm networking shopping. I'm going to put it on YouTube first. Then I'm going to take it to the networks that I already got and shop it. I think this will be something good because, they need that.
I was thinking that people need to see what toxic and vibrating on a low frequency is, vibrating on a high frequency, all that. People need to know narcissistic behavior. I feel sad for so many women, especially in the South. They be killed by their boyfriends or they go through so much and nobody doesn't know what they're going through because they don't want to talk about it or they're embarrassed or they don't get the support. And if you do that, that's it.
It's coming, and like I said, I want to involve people that I see that's coming up. Like I can go get a lot of celebrities to be in this. Like I got a lot in the first season of me and Jet's comedy show, but like I think this is something where I want to get upcoming actors to get involved, and we're just going to act out, the script that we wrote for that topic. Like I'll give you an example. One of the topics is cheater and white lies.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine with that whole how we gonna shoot that, and this it's gonna be straight to the point raw. So I mean, it's gonna be some scenes where the wife beater, the man beating on the wife, and a woman beating on the man. We're gonna show. So I'm getting active.
I want to be in it now. Ready?
I'm starting casting for it next week because I got the first 2 topics already, wrote the 2 scripts for it. I got a partner named Christina that's writing, helping me write it. So, like I said, and that's another thing. I give credit to everybody. I'm not doing it on my own, but it's my show and it's called Toxanity.
Look at you. I'm proud of you for real. I really am. Salute to you. I can't even explain.
Thank you, Queen. Appreciate it.
People need to understand that you. I call you a legend because you are. That's the bottom line. That's just the bottom line. Everybody the work ethic that you have.
I'm not yet, but I appreciate that. Like I got a lot.
Listen, you are a legend in your own right. Don't ever downplay yourself. And you heard it from me. Okay.
Thank you, Queen.
I got one final question, and I'm gonna let you go because I don't want to hold you up too long. I know you. I like the glass. You got your little wine glass. You out here doing it. Got your watch, man. Listen, he out here showing off. All right, my final question. Then I'm gonna let you go. Okay. Before you leave this, what is the legacy that you want left behind for you?
Oh, wow. I want people to know that, that was a God-fearing man that touched everybody that he came in contact with.
Mm.
So I want my purpose and I want everything that I spoke of to come to life. I'm speaking everything into existence that I want in the future. I just want people to remember that, that I was a role model for everybody that I touched, everybody that I helped out, everybody that, God has put in my life, for me to help them and then also for them to help me. Because it's not a one-way street, So you got to work together. So I think I want to leave behind, and the people that I've worked with and watched, I think they opened up the doors enough for me to see that, so I can build that and be a part of their legacy, like Cube and Snoop, you know what I'm saying, and Russell Simmons and the rest of these guys, you know, that opened up the doors for a lot of our culture, you know. So
Well, there you have it. Look at you, man. I'm happy. And I'm proud of you. And
I appreciate you for having me on the show, and I shout out to my team, you know, J Beats, Big Sides, you
Mhm.
know, and Sean Ski, you know, these are my producers. Shout out to my songwriters too,
Yep.
my artist Marcel Anthony Deliante, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that
Oh, he one of your guys.
new single too. You know, he got another one coming out called "Give Me That" that we did. You know, what I'm saying he'll be releasing that pretty soon. Get ready to shoot the video for it, and there. Um,
Look at
yeah,
you. Salute to you.
appreciate
So,
you, Queen. I appreciate you.
do you have any questions for me before I head on out? Because listen,
You're looking amazing. You know, as always. You know, I see you doing your thing.
thank you. You should say that because that's true. I was waiting for. I had to wait for you to say it, but okay. Let me stop.
Beauty, man. I see natural beauty when I see it. Now I'm gonna speak on it. You know,
I,
so that's something that I see. I seen you last night tapping in, doing your thing too. You know, you went live for a minute. I peeked in.
oh, let me delete that because
These numbers right there. And then I jumped off and everything, but like, I really salute you for, opening up your platform and allowing me to get on. Continue to do that. Continue to bring people on that's going to change the culture, that's
yeah,
going to knowledge and wisdom to our culture as well. And continue blessings to you, whatever you want in the future for your business and your company. And I pray that God will deliver it to you and he will surround you and keep you and let no harm or disease or COVID come near you or your staff. So, and that's something I think we should do with all our friends, man,
yeah,
because what they're doing or where they at or who they're around, just, pray for them. You know what I'm saying? Because things can happen. My artist cousin just passed, you know what I'm saying? And he was just with us a month ago. And he was in a situation and somebody killed him, yesterday morning. And young kid, 22. You know what I'm saying? So that's hurting my artist Marcel right now. So I've been praying for his family, all day, because that's something like when you're with somebody and you're giving them knowledge. Because I sat and talked to that boy and I told him about, listen, the streets got an expiration. You don't want to stay in it.
they don't understand. I know it's so sad. They don't listen to. And really,
We just got to uplift each other. You know what I'm saying? As a race, as a culture. And do what needs to be done. Live out your purpose. Live your life. You know what I'm saying? But live it with purpose.
yes, purposeful life. Yes, you have to live a purpose. So you out here going in circles. What are you doing? I don't.
Yes. Yes. So anything that you would need from me, Queen, don't hesitate to hit me up. Whether it be
I will.
whether it be a jingle for your show and an anthem for that show right there. If you need that, I do that too. We do jingles. I've done it for Walmart. I've done it for Walmart, EA Sports. Of course, the big three, Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Barbershop 3, single for that, Real People. So, yeah, if you need a jingle on for your show, come on, don't hesitate.
Oh, I'm not. Listen, believe you me, I'm not. I'm just been a little busy, but I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get to everybody, okay? But definitely you, okay? And
Okay.
thank you again. And I appreciate you for sure. I appreciate you. And
No.
somebody's watching. Somebody said they want you to sign them. The comments. They said, "Can you let me read it." It was so funny. They said, "Hey, Big Mom, I'm a young black female producer. And I'm 12 years old, and I would love to work with you." Oh, you see that? 12 years old.
That's it. Hold on.
It's up in the. It's up. I don't know. I don't know. Prod by Zari isn't. I don't know. But yeah, fun.
Oh, yeah. Okay, listen, just inbox you. Let me hear what you're working on. I don't mind. Listen, God got me here on this earth to help and provide whatever I can to help to make sure people achieve their purpose in life. So if you produce, if you rap, if you sing, if you're an artist, if you design, if any of that, I am connected with a lot of people that I can put you in position if you're ready. If you're ready and if you have your business in order, even if you don't have your business in order, I'll help you get it in order. That's another thing. They'll talk you to death with this, but they won't help you get the business in order. Get your business in order and hit me up and I'll see what I can do. You can follow me on my social media. I am Big Von. On my other one, we got his production. I got 3 Instagram pages. So I am Big Von. We got his productions. I also got my Facebook, which is Thomas Phillips. I ain't putting my real name up here because I don't want no crazies. I don't want no cray follow me, but y'all can follow me on Facebook too, Thomas Phillips with an S. And like I said, if you got talent, just hit me up. We'll see how we can make it happen. Prayer, faith, determination, consistency, and persistency, my black people, my kings and queens, live by that and walk in your purpose.
Yes, walk in your purpose. Walk in it. And I'm here to promote it. That's what I'm here to do. I'm going to promote it. I'm a promoting machine. You know, I'm not playing. Let me stop. Thank you, Vaughn. Thank you. I'm going to talk to you in the inbox. Okay, I really am. And
Shout out to my sex therapist that's on there. Love my yet too, man. Yes, I have a sex therapist. If you need one too, she can give you some tips in the bedroom.
I have tips. Now I got all the tips. I think I know what I'm doing.
Things for on a woman's perspective. Yeah, she bad. She'll read you and tell you what you like and everything. So shout out to Love My Yacht.
Where's she find her?
That's a woman you need to know because she's plugged too. I can plug you with a lot of women that's plugged, and that's what I want to see. I want to see Queens Network. That's what it's about.
What's her name? I'm gonna find her now. What's her name?
Love My Yacht. She's on here. It's LOV Love, and then My Yacht is MAATSF. Love.
I'm gonna look her up. Anybody that's out here trying to work and do business and have that humbling queen spirit, I'm here for it.
Our video guys on here, iMedia Films, Darius, he's another guy. He got that camera. We got them red cameras on deck too. If you need them video shot of movies, come on, we got that too, people. So you can inbox me for that as well.
You got everything. Dream team out here.
Yes, man. You gotta be moving. If you're not moving,
if
you ain't
running yourself, yeah, because you ain't live for handouts. You out there doing it on your own. And
all self-funded. I've been like that. Ever since I left the streets and been stacking my money investments, self-fund everything. I ain't never got $1 or borrowed $1 from nobody. Own all my vehicles, own all my houses, own everything. It's about self-wealth. And you got to learn to own things and not lease them. I got out of the leasing stage years ago.
Own it. Like, listen, teaching y'all the game, okay? Teaching y'all. By saying less, you're saying a lot, okay?
I appreciate it.
And you eat fruits.
But I'm not going to hold you. I appreciate you for having me on your platform. And let's connect. You know what I'm saying? Hit me in the DM so we can communicate.
I like your change, so we're going to talk later. Thank y'all for watching. How do you get out of here? You guys, again, that was Big Von. He's dope. If you listen to anything he had to say, salute to him, okay? Salute. I'm gonna play a little bit more. This song is called Slow Grind. Before I close on it, I'm trying to hear this. It's Jeezy. And it was produced by Vaughn. You wouldn't even believe it because he just laughed. Watch. Love you guys. Later. Okay? Later.